Do you have any secrets you want to reveal on Cooking with Drag
I
Queens?
actually do.
What secrets?
I actually have a huge secret. I'm actually gonna have my legal name and my sex changed in about 2 more months. It should be legalized and finalized.
Girl, so by the time this episode airs,
I will be legally Monica de Jesus Anaya.
I like to call you the Annihilator.
Oh, I like that.
I know you want it. You wanna take a leap and jump in. You wanna fall in love.
Cooking with Drag Queens is made possible because of fabulous people just like you. Thank you.
For as little as $1, you can help Cooking with Drag Queens continue. Join our world of fun and see exclusive behind-the-scenes raw footage. Perfect! And ignite your creativity.
Oh my God, that's so awesome.
Visit cookingwithdragqueens.com.
Growing up in Puerto Rico, one of my favorite after-school snacks were empanadas, pastry turnovers stuffed with meat, cheese, or fruit.
Baked or fried, sweet or savory, empanadas can be found not just in Latin America, but throughout the world. Joining us today to make these empanadas from season 1 of RuPaul's Drag Race is Jade Sotomayor, whose social media hashtags #OriginalFish always cracks me up.
Also joining us is Jade's soul sister, Monica Beverly Hillz, who's coming out as trans on season 5 of Drag Race, stands out as one of the emotional high points of the whole series.
Hey, squirrel friends, it's Jade Sotomayor.
No way. Why you got to throw squirrel friends in there, girl? Now you want me to do extra? No, girl. Hi, it's me, Miss Monica Beverly Hillz from season 5 of RuPaul's Drag Race.
And I'm Jade Sotomayor from season 1 of RuPaul's Drag Race, your original fish. And yes, there are still some motherfucking snakes on this plane.
How did I get into drag? I saw this trans performer called Jasmine International. And I remember the curtain opened. And instantly, when you see something or something you're infatuated with and awe, and the lights are like gleaming in your head, she came out and she was doing Beyonce. And I just remember saying to myself, oh my God, that's exactly what
You love
I want
that girl.
to be.
I went to my first show and I completely forgot I needed a drag name. And so when they asked me, I was completely confused of what to get. When they announced me as Jade, and I kept it. Fancy, right? It really wasn't until drag that we just became ourselves and we grew into this beast.
Like, girl, this is what I've been dying to do all my life, girl.
It was a big creative process, and it was awesome to be able to do it with someone who was there, with you, supporting.
Yeah.
Because like you said, there's a lot of haters out there. And so you got to surround yourself with the people that support you and want you to grow.
Do you like fried plantain or fried yuca? She likes fried
I like actually a little bit of both, but I prefer fried yuca because it's a little bit moist. I am an emotional eater. I hide food literally in my closet. I hide it, no shades, underneath my bed. I hide hot chips in my purse. Yep. And I still, to this day, although I have my own place, okay, I sleep with my purse next to me.
I feel like when I live with someone, I'm more eager to cook. If I'm by myself, I just eat whatever. I'm very takeout.
Because you're a pleaser. You want to make people happy. You want to make them comfortable. Unlike me, you come over, I ain't trying to cook for you, girl. You gonna cook for me?
Grub up.
Grub up.
Please welcome the Boriqua chicas, Monica Beverly Hillz.
And Jade Sotomayor.
Hey.
Hey, good to see you.
Hi, handsome.
How are you? So good. I'm so glad we made it.
Big time.
Yes. It's magic.
I love it. I love it.
How are you guys doing?
We're doing good. How are you guys?
Fabulous. Happy to be here.
I like that we sort of have the Puerto Rican flag colors and then purple and gold.
We have to represent.
We got to show.
How did the two of you first meet?
Oh my God, this was years ago. I mean, I knew her. We used to be in dance groups, like community dance groups within like Humboldt Park. And, you know, I always used to see her do her thing. But it wasn't until I started doing drag in Boys Town that I finally got to meet her in Rancho Luna, right?
Rancho Luna,
it was at a Latin dance club / restaurant.
Would you guys have like dance-offs?
Well,
like,
she
in
would-
your
she-
dance groups?
Oh yeah, in our dance groups we would. They would have we were all performing in like in the same place, and we would have competitions.
Well, technically, it wasn't like battle, but amongst
Okay.
us, it was battle.
was
Like who had
battle,
the
yeah.
flashiest costumes, who had the best moves, who was doing the flips.
I was always jealous of her group because her group had a lot of people who were like in the
Teenagers.
closet.
Oh,
Oh, and yours were all out?
Yes, no. My group was like pretty much all the straight ones. Her group was like all of them wrapped in one. So their group was like everybody wanted to be in that dance group. It was like
Oh,
hot.
'cause
like if
That's
you wanted to
why.
come out the closet, you joined my group.
Yes.
So I met this hoe on the corner of Belmont and Halsted. That's when we started kicking. She had a little jersey dress, a little glitter eye.
With no boobs,
No
'cause
boobs,
back in
because
the
she
day-
said real girls are flat chested too.
Yes. Meeting and hanging out with her, I'm like, you know what? She's just too down. And then of course I met her mother, and who doesn't love Miss Naomi? And we all love her to death.
Mama
And
Jade.
your sister and everything. It was instantly we clicked. Our families are a lot alike, and we grew up in the same similar upbringing. We're both in dance groups, and we lived that past life, you know. So it's just like instantly we clicked. And 19 years later we're here.
Yeah, so it was awesome to be able to share that with her, like starting from the beginning. Comes RuPaul's Drag Race. She called me, I got on, and then she's on. It's like I love to be able to share all this with her. I've shared so many great memories with this one.
Before we start cooking, one of the things we do on Cooking with Drag Queens is we make a cocktail, and the most Puerto Rican cocktail of all time is the piña
Yes.
colada.
Let me get it stuff ready.
I need
Yes.
Yes.
to
So
take a trip pretty soon. I have never been to Puerto Rico.
what? Well, then we'll call your mama in a second and find out what's going on with her.
Mama Jade.
But first, we gotta get ourselves all tipsy, honey.
We're going to do a little twist on this, though, too, because we're going to make not just a pina colada, we're going to put a strawberry daiquiri on top.
All about it. All about it.
So
Well,
this
fun.
is what you're gonna start off with. You're gonna squeeze a lime
I'm going to put a lime in here for the...
Squeeze the entire lime.
I didn't even know there was lime in it. Look at me learning. I didn't know there was lime in it.
strawberry. Well, there's lime and
And how much
strawberry,
strawberries are we putting in
You know
here?
what? I got a bag of frozen strawberries. and I
Jay
just
saw the
put it
line
in
now.
there.
She's looking for the shot of
So
tequila.
where's the tequila stop?
Pass it over here, honey.
How many shots should I put in this one?
Take 3 out, throw
Three?
the bottle.
Reminds me of Christmas.
Now
and
you
all
can
that.
use coconut flavored rum in making the strawberry daiquiri to put on top. But and then did you put the sugar?
Oh, no, I didn't.
Let's
Not
grab some
sugar.
of that.
I'll just get this going.
Definitely has to be Bacardi.
Okay. Makes me feel like it's Christmas.
You don't like Mount Gay? I
So
would
is it
thought
like
you would
Bacardi or
Mount
Don't
Gay.
Fool,
Where
right?
is that? I'll climb
There,
that
Monica.
peak.
Put 4 of those inside.
4?
Yeah. Actually, put I would put like 6. in there.
6.
Yeah.
Do 6. Let's see how that is.
Can you count to 6?
I can count to 3.
We can count to 8. We're good.
Twice. Count to 3 twice. We'll see how this tastes.
So now
fantastic.
we're gonna get the piña colada. The nice thing about piña coladas is that it's really easy to remember what the recipe is. It's equal parts of pineapple juice and cream of coconut. And so usually, like we do in Puerto Rico, we use the can to measure, and we're just gonna use the knife here to.
This is actually my
Some
first
there.
time making it. My
never
father,
made
my
coke
father
piña?
always makes it. It's his
I've always
thing.
watched like my family do it.
Yeah,
over
like
and
my
over.
dad makes the piña coladas, my aunts make the flan.
Ooh, that sounds delicious.
I'm about to go
Love
to
all
Jules
this
after
fruity.
this one.
So here is some.
You want to fill the
Oh,
can, right?
excuse me, that's
Yeah.
right. I'm just so dazzled by the beauty. Okay.
Because you want to get the rest of it that's in there, right?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Because it's so creamy and thick.
Just like that.
Is that how you like it?
I
creamy and thick?
love it creamy and thick.
You remember. You remember, friend.
It's been a while, but I remember.
And why don't you grab a large spoon here and stir that, Jade.
Got you.
I'm gonna put this over here on the side.
And so do you don't want to shake it, right? You want to stir this?
You want to stir it because it gets foamy really fast.
Got you.
Yeah.
So it's not
Where
a
we
real
going?
piña colada without a pineapple garnish. So what Mark's doing is he's stirring up he's cutting up that pineapple to make it garnishes. But will you pass me the blender because I
Oh,
actually
yeah.
need that.
I love a man that can cook. You always cook?
Yeah, we cook a lot. Especially we cook with drag queens on cooking.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
What? Yeah, you should have a TV show.
She's pretty.
You know, maybe you should cook for us.
In order to get it blended, I don't know if I can reach over there, but here.
Be careful what you think.
There we go. And let's throw some fresh pineapple in there too. But first, we're gonna pull some of this out. And the reason is, because you really wanna make this nice and thick as much as possible. So
Gotta have it thick.
there. We're gonna fill the rest of it with ice.
Just don't forget to put rum in there too, you know.
Oh yeah, how much rum do we put?
So I think that's technically going to be 8 servings, so you're going to want to do 8 shots.
All right,
shit.
so girls, get working.
You
don't want this in there yet?
Yeah, throw like 2 or 3 pieces in there. A little bit more.
This one's small.
Little. Throw some more in there.
Why not?
Yeah, just échalo ahí. Original fish.
Remember back in the day, I used to drink this whole bottle to walk in the club.
Really?
I would have to.
that
yeah.
by yourself?
Yeah, by myself.
Girl,
And my
how'd you
friends-
survive?
I can't even say on camera.
Listen,
The plastic one.
There we go.
I just don't want to spill on me. It's disgusting.
Did you lose count?
She did. She did.
No, this is second.
Okay.
Okay, that's good. So we can always add more, but it's hard to take it out. I don't want to get the girls too drunk.
No, I can't.
So here, this is good. So let's put the rest in here.
Is that gonna blow on your face, Jay?
No, it takes a little while, but.
That thing like stick in you and take you lipo you out.
What?
That looks like the.
What? Yo sé lo que son los encantos. Okay, this is ready.
All right.
Honey, look
Do we
at
have
that.
straws?
So pour, Jade, will you do the honors of pouring it just to about here, because we're going to top it
Use
off with
this to
strawberry.
help you. So you're gonna just. There you go. You want to leave an inch for the red part.
Yeah.
There you go.
Oh, that's,
model.
well,
Gotta
you,
leave
That's
it
good.
in.
How about I do two his
Remember,
way?
you're
Two
I'm
your
just
way?
gonna drink some of this while
we
you're
worked that out.
Okay. We're here to work, girl. Come on, work.
And now, Jade, if you give me that
Tell them
part,
exactly
this one.
what
And
you
so-
want.
And so this is what I'm going to do here. I'm going to pour this on top of this spoon so it doesn't kind of like, you know,
Top
it
it
kind of
off.
floats on top, right?
Ooh, to make it sexy.
Yeah,
Oh,
make it
cute.
sexy. See how cute that is?
That's fancy.
Right on top. So I've got that like that, and then I'm
Throw
going to
some
put a
more.
straw
That's fine,
in
right?
there.
Yeah.
And then this is what we also do too, for especially when you get customers that say, this drink doesn't have any alcohol in it. You put a little shot of alcohol in the straw. And they're like, this
Fuck
thing's
'em.
strong.
Oh, yes, that's so good. That's so
From now on, my
good.
drinks everywhere I go. Put
Oh,
this
yeah.
more in my straw.
Fill my
please.
straw up.
Oh, that looks so good.
So cute.
You got a
So there's
paquito?
one.
It's like very
Okay,
bougie.
I'm gonna do this.
Thank you, baby.
Monica, you're gonna load the straws. Can you
Load it up, Ma.
Can you give me a big load?
I sure can. I'll try. You know.
Oh, that looks
been a
so
while.
good.
Well, she is my sister. She would know.
There you go. Salud, my
Salud.
Boriqua sister.
Mwah.
You don't drop my umbrella.
Party
Ella,
started.
Ella.
Bienvenido a Cooking with Drag Queen.
Honey, because if you have a little bit of shade, that's all you need.
I'm not just a drag queen. I'm a transgendered woman.
So believe it or not, this is the trans girl.
No way. I thought you were. Once you do it, you do it. Give you your props. It takes a lot to do what we do. It's not easy to make the decision overnight. But for me, it was.
But you and Peppermint were the ones that were open being trans
Yes.
on the race while competing. And you were the first.
Yes.
Gotcha.
It's like, could we get that right?
I just want to clarify
Please,
that.
finally. Thank you. I would say to the young girls that are coming up and the young girls that want to do Drag Race, first of all, don't do it just for the money. This is an experience that you're going to have, like they say, for the rest of your life. This is somewhere you're going to go where everybody that is in their room shares the same passion that you have.
Yeah, I understand it's a platform. From there, don't expect that just being on the show, everything's handed to you. That's just a platform for you, and what you do from there is what
Yes.
your career begins.
More people like me keep speaking their minds and opening up people's minds. Hopefully, down the line, we will get to a place where we can see everybody on there, because I believe that everybody deserves a chance to be on Drag Race.
So I don't have to trick them anymore.
Okay, no more secrets.
No more secrets.
Empanadas literally translates to wrapped up in bread. We found a recipe that actually combines the flakiness of a cracker with the chewiness of a soft pretzel. And this is one of my favorite empanada dough recipes ever. Mark, how do we start?
So this is 3 3/4 cup flour, so you want to put that in here. And then we have a
you go, baby.
teaspoon of paprika. And what paprika does, it adds a little bit of flavor, but it also adds color. So I'll
Make it a
put it all in
spoon?
here.
Oh, just put it
and
all
then
in
we
here?
have a tablespoon of salt. And then
So it's flour, paprika, and salt.
and so whisk that together real good. You want to make sure this is all together before you add your hot water and butter. So I have a cup of hot water on the stove with a stick of butter. I think that's a pretty good mix.
You don't put adobo?
We can.
Sazon.
So you can put sazon Goya, you can put adobo instead of the salt. You know, you want to put a little flavor into the dough.
What is
And
this?
so right now this is a stick of butter and a cup of hot water. And so this is basically a hot water crust. And then just take this and stir it around. So kind of slowly just start in the middle and
You want to
and then
stir?
move
No,
like
I'll hold
that.
the bowl for you.
You'll
That
see
looks
it's
really
kinda-
nice.
It just starts coming together, and it'll be, you
It
know,
smells good.
a little flaky.
Like most girls I know.
Girl, beat it.
You do meet, like when you do drag, you do meet a lot of flaky drag queens,
Yeah,
right?
and especially a lot of them that like to rag on us drag race girls and talk so much stuff, but then again, I'll be like, oh my god, you're so gorgeous and fabulous, and I love you. And then
Aww.
Well, the thing I've noticed about Drag Race girls, because I've actually worked with a lot of them,
some of us are nice.
they all know one thing in common is that they know how to pose for a camera.
Well, it's
And
part
is
of our
that
job.
is that coming from the meet and greets or is it coming from filming the show?
No, the show, because the show, that's one thing. Before we go for our challenges, we would have to do like we did over there, a mini photo shoot. And that's one of the things they judge on, if you can get in front of a camera and work it.
So you don't even get on the show if you can't pose for a camera?
Well, baby, you have to be everything.
Well, I mean, you do have to send your videos and your pictures, so
Yeah.
they can tell
You have
from
to be
there.
photogenic at least.
Now, at one point, so this is kind of pretty well mixed together, except eventually you kind of have to use your hands. Now, since you have nails on,
That's the Rossi crystals and
I shall
stuff
do
like
this
that.
for you.
And
just
what
kinda-
are kind of qualities of this dough supposed to have, Mark?
Well, it's supposed to come together into a ball. Now
It's
not-
as raggedy as sauerkraut.
Yeah, it is kind of raggedy at first, and so it's kind of like a pie crust in some ways. But it'll come together, and then we'll put it in the refrigerator for about 2 hours. But I already have some made ahead.
Well, I'm excited about this because I usually, when I make them, I already have the pre ones that
you
are
buy
made.
the ones from
yeah,
Goya.
yeah,
You
the
know
Goya
what?
ones.
When
I
we
think-
lived together, we lived off of empanadas because she would make them all the time.
Oh.
They were fabulous.
You gotta get the orange one.
Oh, the orange one. And I think those are colored with paprika, or maybe
Achote.
they put
Achote.
achote in there.
Achote.
Okay.
Literally take it off.
Did queens get jealous or mad that you were working both as a male stripper and as a drag queen at the same time?
No, I don't think so because a lot of them had their like feelings about when they were in drag, they were living that, oh, this, and some of them didn't want you to call them a boy or their name. Me, I just love to
think it's kind of
perform. I love to do my
inspiring,
thing.
though. So you can do both and be happy, equals happy doing both, and not having that whole like weight on your shoulders, like, okay, well, like somebody's gonna judge me because I'm over here, you know,
Absolutely.
shaking my ass for some cash and trying to live my life, you know, and then
And you know, and like
be
why,
a queen at night.
and for my thing, I was like, why choose? If I'm young, I can still do it. Like, have fun, do it.
It's like surf and turf. You gotta
Yeah.
So this is what it looks like. The paprika, you can see, changes the color of it. Yellow. And so we'll put this in the fridge and cool it down while we work on our filling, our beef filling. And maybe we'll call your
and our
mom.
cocktails?
We'll call your mom as we brown our meat.
Drag has always been a outlet for us to express ourselves in any creative way we chose to. It's so important to me because I was there. I was one of the pioneers. I started this for the other girls, and to have these hashtags are kind of a memory and a staple for who I am as a performer.
You were the first dancing queen.
I was the first and only one to get sent home where drag was still a contact sport.
The original. I know that's right.
I'm a dancer, and sometimes I have to forget and like really get involved with me being a persona and be the person that I'm trying to impersonate, because I get so involved with the music and I'm just like, dancing. I would just say that I'm a high energy performer.
My drag is more sensual, sexy. It's more like, I'm really more about like knowing my words, letting you feel what I feel. It's like burlesque without not really taking off my clothes, well, depending on the song. But yeah, that's my drag pretty much.
Being ourselves in drag, we can really just let out whatever we want. And so I think Rue has opened that door for us to like showcase that all over the world, which I think is awesome.
So the first step you do is put a little bit of grease into a frying pan and about 2 pounds of 85% ground meat.
Does it matter what grease you put in?
I like, some people put butter. I like grapeseed oil.
You could use suet, lard. You could
Get in
use
there, honey.
anything really. I like to press it down because then it gets a good crust on it. It has a nice brown. And then we just...
You want me to break it up or
No, just push it down.
push it down?
Push it down. And we'll get a nice crust on this, and then we'll turn it over.
Mark, you turn down the heat a little bit? Ooh! This is good.
Sorry, honey.
Brown is where the
Are
flavor
you okay? You're not going to get burned
All
out?
day.
And we're going to Brown Town.
Baby, we need the brown.
Now, with this latest controversy with RuPaul saying that she wouldn't cast a trans person, do you feel as though in your situation that might have been part of the reason why she sent you home? Because she had this idea that like the identity of a trans person is much different than what a drag queen is.
Maybe, and at that time, people were not really open to that, and people were not really. That's not what they were showing on the show.
Right.
Although a lot of it was happening behind the scenes, and a lot of it was happening to former girls. Not a lot of girls were speaking about it because they still wanted to be booked, and they still wanted to make appearances, and they still wanted to show up and show out.
Because for a lot of drag queen performers who are trans, some of them want to stay in the closet because they know that like once they come out as trans, they won't have the same kind of career in some ways, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Has coming out as trans affected your career as a drag queen negatively?
No, I think it's made it better for me.
Okay.
Because people really get to see
It's
who
the
I am.
time.
I'm not hiding anymore. I'm not hiding behind huge hair
Yeah,
and huge makeup. I've
showing
really
it.
turned into myself.
It's like RuPaul's
know?
Drag Race. It's a school for us, but it's a school for everybody else. Everybody's
Yeah.
learning with us.
We're learning it. Yeah, exactly.
And we're learning how to like embrace ourselves and other people to embrace us. And you know, with that comes our confidence and like we're able to just be true to ourselves.
So here we're going to put some browned onions that we've browned earlier into this.
Well, what I see here is that you have a lot of
Caramelized.
condiments here, and like us Puerto Ricans, we already have something called sofrito, which is like all
Sofrito.
mixed
It's
up.
already
You
everything
can
in
add
one.
that.
Mark, why don't you tell us what these lovely spices
There's
you
a
have?
lot of stuff. So this is more like Argentinian influence, which is also influenced by Spain. And one of the great things that they do there is it's an interesting combination of olives and raisins. So raisins add a little bit of sweetness, and olives add, that tartness. So,
I love that they're crushed.
So
though,
this
'cause-
is, we cut them already because Fausto likes them in little pieces.
Me too.
I'm a big piece kind of.
Oh no, I don't like
And the
it.
reason that I like chopping, especially the raisins, into smaller pieces, here, use the. Why don't you go, Mama?
And so this is capers.
Also chopped
Here, I'll
up.
give you this.
Just
stuff
hand it
it
to
in
me.
there.
I'll give her a spoon
Hand
here.
it to you.
Here,
Put that in
Mama.
there.
Spoon that
Got
out.
it. And we have
Break my
garlic.
jaw.
Well, the idea of chopping it up is so the flavor gets permeated throughout the meat more evenly.
Crushed red pepper.
This is what I spray on Jade before she goes on stage.
Black pepper. Oregano.
Yeah.
Paprika.
I like this word. Paprika.
I'm
Really,
so
what they put on top
excited
of
to
the
be here because
elote?
you guys really like cook things that I've seen
little
before, but
curry
like you
powder.
add so many things that it's like.
Oh yeah.
But then like when you're here, it's like, oh, this is so easy. I could do this.
I'll send some of these with you home,
Oh, yeah.
honey.
Oh, please do.
Yeah.
Honey, you know. You
I'm
gotta put it in the
excited.
house. You gotta take leftovers.
Salt and brown sugar, honey.
You gotta say it.
Brown sugar.
Hello.
Pay it, pay it, pay it.
Now this is an interesting ingredient. This is actually nutritional yeast. And what this does is gives you a little bit of that umami flavor. So nutritional yeast is what they use in a lot of soup bases. So it actually has kind of like a bit of a chicken flavor, and some people use it as a substitute for Parmesan cheese.
What was it
Oh,
called again?
Monica, your meat is looking so good.
I get that a
And
lot.
this is what I call a roadie. Sometimes when you take a little boost to go, you put it in one
Oh,
of these.
Rhodey, that's what I call her.
So this is red wine. So the red wine's gonna add
Are you gonna eat and get buzzed?
oh yeah. Watch
know
this.
that's right.
Right in there. So that's one
I
cup.
saw
And
the
some
red wine.
tomato sauce.
You know how to
And
find
then-
them.
And with a half cup of tomato sauce.
There you go.
Oh, honey, this
Spoon
is
that out.
some stuff I'm learning today.
Yes.
Stir that around a little bit. And then you let it stew for a little bit. Fausto, add a cup of water.
Oh,
And what does the water do? It keeps
The
it
water
from-
just kind of keeps it together because you want to stew it so that it melts together.
because you don't want it to get thirsty.
You gotta keep it hydrated.
But go ahead, Monica, take a little taste of it and see how you like it so far. And remember, it's going to taste better.
the way it smells. I wish you guys could smell this.
Well, this is what Cooking with Drag Queens is all about. Is we want to get you guys cooking at
Oh, that's so
home.
good.
So if you see this, film yourselves cooking it and share it with us on our social media pages. At
Invite us
Feast of
over.
Fun. Yeah, I'll eat at your house. So we're gonna put this on low heat for about half an hour with a cover, just to let the juices simmer. And then when you're done with that, let it cool. and you're gonna be stuffing your empanadas with it.
Ooh, the stuffing part. My
favorite.
part.
Growing up in Humble Park was awesome because I feel like in the time that we were, being in the dance groups really kind of like made the neighborhood get used to seeing us as dancers and performers.
And respecting
And
us at that
respecting.
too.
And in 2007, we did a pageant together, which was the first pageant for Miss Paseo Boriqua, which was like Miss Puerto Rico, which was the first time that drag queen trans can compete and, you know, represent the title, which I won the first year. What's your favorite thing to eat at Humble Park?
I'm not even gonna lie, I like the food trucks.
The food trucks, yes.
And I love to eat, I don't know if you know what morcilla is. I love morcilla with the bread.
It's the blood sausage,
and
right?
the
Blood
cuchifrito. I go crazy about that. That's
And
the
I
first
love
thing
all
go
the
to.
frituras, all the fried food, like, you know, the potatoes with the meat, the plantains, all that. I haven't gone in a while. I need to go visit. We should go sometime, have some food.
The trade there is amazing.
I know, I forgot about that.
And they love the queen, honey. I tell you all day.
So here is the dough after it's been sitting, chilling in the refrigerator for a couple of hours. And then we pulled it out. So it definitely has this kind of textured look, and that's what gets it flaky. But also because of the hot water crust, it gets chewy like a pretzel, like a soft pretzel.
Yeah, cut it in half and then cut that into half again.
Okay.
And then into thirds.
Okay, so 1, 2, 3. Yeah, so the reason that we wanted to have Jade on Cooking with Drag Queens, besides her fabulous relationship with Monica Beverly Hillz, is that she's an amazing empanada maker. You can shape these so beautifully. Girl, just stand there, grab a pen, and start rolling. So you want to start with a disc.
Well, we need some more of this then.
And shape it into a circle.
Oh,
does it stick?
girl. This is going to ruin my whole outfit. No, ma'am.
It's like translucent powder.
This is the $5,000 custom couture.
So, Jade, what is your secret for rolling empanadas so beautifully? Because you really do such a great job at that.
Well, it's not
Recycled
rolling. I
tequila.
stuff them. See, I get them pre-made already in the circle.
Yeah, but this is
But
great
this
because
is-
you can shape them.
You can shape it however you want, which I love that. But to seal them, that's my secret, is the little fork.
So
You wanna-
I've seen you make them before where you made like little packages.
Yeah,
You made little
you-
half
yeah, you-
moons.
yeah, you make your
I've
little
seen you make
size.
all sorts of different things.
Mar, will you bring me some of that beef?
Sure.
He wants some beef.
You want the hot beef injection?
Well, because I've seen so many different like flautas, they roll them.
So here's the beef that's been, we made some earlier. What I like to do to get it
It's supposed to be fun.
a good shape is I use a bowl to cut out like a cookie. And then I get a couple of spoons. I use some water to wet my hands. And I wet the inside of the empanada. You getting this? And then we're putting a couple. I like it a little bit meaty, but Jade, how much stuffing do you like to put in
I
these?
like it to the max.
All right, so we're gonna make this nice and
do it.
meaty.
This is art.
I think the reason we're in such a hurry is because we're starving.
I'm starving!
So
have
here
a
is
nice
the
little disc.
empanada, and I'm just gonna press the edges, and then I'm gonna start folding it, and I just kind of make a little braid like that, like Rapunzel. And this is the problem I have, Jade. I want you to help me with this. I can never I get started really well, and then I kind of fuck it up.
And you have a hole there, I think, so that's not going to work, right?
I can fix that. You just plug that up and start another one.
So for those who don't know how to roll like that, what I use is a fork. What I do is I just fold it halfway, and I bring it in that way. Make sure you just kind of tuck it in.
Tuck a
You
hoe.
queens know how to tuck. I'm sure a lot better than I do. And just press down.
Yeah, you used to get red all the time on season 1 of
What
Drag Race.
happens when we have a big bird?
I've never understood why. I mean, who has a problem with someone?
Isn't it a good
needy
thing
tuck?
to be
I do.
told that you have your dick is so big that it's hard to hide it? Like,
I mean,
That's a
do you
good problem
know
to
Jason
have.
those are problems worth having, people.
I'm at temperature now, so I'm going to start frying.
How did you guys know that RuPaul's Drag Race was being filmed in the first place?
We had no idea.
Well, to tell you
I
the
knew
truth, this one called me.
because at that time, that's when I was having my Britney moment and my breakdown. So I was living in Kentucky already.
What? You were in Kentucky.
Yes, honey, for 4 years. Now, let me tell you the tea, though. A close friend of mine was helping me try to get on the show, but I was not going to take it because I was already living in Kentucky at that time, and it was only the first season. So it's like, if it happens again, I'll do it again. But, of course...
You're like, next year.
Yeah, or what queen could I really depend on is going to make an amazing performer, and bring the shade and all that, of course. So I called her and let her know about it. And of course, she ran with it and got on the show.
So it was Monica Beverly Hillz who got Jade on Drag Race, not the other way around.
See, I'm the one who has the power, not Jade.
So be kissed Monica's ass.
Talk about her.
She can sabotage.
I'm the one who called the producers and let them know.
There you go.
I'm the one who sabotaged you, queen.
Do these last two with the cream cheese. Do you have any secrets you want to reveal on Cooking with Drag
I
Queens?
actually do.
What secrets?
I actually have a
Wait,
huge secret.
Can you say I have a secret?
Oh, a secret that you guys don't know.
Well, that's the
That's a
nature of a
secret.
secret.
I'm actually gonna have my legal name and my sex changed in about 2 more months. It should be legalized and finalized. and
Girl, so
done.
by the time this episode airs,
I will be legally Monica de Jesus Anaya.
I like to call you the annihilator.
Oh, I like that.
You slay. I've said that to you like 5 times, and you're always like,
Yeah, because I was
what? I don't know.
You're at the bar like, what?
The one thing I want Monica to be in 5 years, well, there's a couple things I want her to be in. Rich is one of them. Because you gotta take care of your big sister.
Okay.
But ultimately, just be happy. I want you to be in a place where you feel that you have completely established yourself as a woman in life and in your career, and however else whatever you wanted, you are there. And if not, super close.
I know when you're dancing, that is your happy home. What I want for you in the future is to get back to that place where you can teach again, where you could own your own business. You can travel the world doing what you love to do, which is what? Teaching and educating the art of dance.
So we got 5 years. We got this.
I'm trying to do mine in 2, honey, okay?
I love saying chimichurri, don't you?
It just rolls off your tongue.
Just say it. Chimichurri, honey.
I feel like Vanna White.
So chimichurri literally translates to all mixed up in no particular order, just like this show. But the main ingredient of chimichurri is parsley and cilantro. Some people do it with parsley only. I like to add a little bit of cilantro. This is a half a cup of parsley and half a cup of cilantro. So you throw all this stuff in here. You're gonna get yourself some garlic here. Mark, are we using all this crushed pepper? I would use a little bit less, like about there, and some onion. And this is basically like a Mexican salsa, right? So
salsa.
I thought it was Colombian.
right, it's the idea is that you're putting some vegetables together in a little bit of a vinaigrette. And that was it.
this?
A little bit of what?
Vinaigrette.
Vinaigrette. I like
Vinaigrette.
that.
And some cilantro there.
Put this in?
And this is, how much is this?
Red wine vinegar.
Red wine vinegar, about 2 to 3 tablespoons. Throw that in there. Echa pa'lante.
Just all of it?
All of it, girl.
Oh, okay, that's easy.
And then about
Oil?
half a cup of extra virgin olive oil.
Yeah, see, that's the oil I've been using. So, but you said you had grapeseed for
I like grapeseed, but you want a
wanna try
nice,
that.
strong flavored oil.
olive with that? Okay.
And then you're gonna put about kosher salt. So a little bit of there.
Pink? Is that your pink one?
This is the pink Himalayan stuff.
so I use that with
And cracked black pepper, which
We're
I don't
gay,
know.
so we have to use pink salt.
So this is the chimichurri sauce, and you're gonna just blend a little bit of it. And you're gonna let this sit for about half an hour. And in fact, I like a little bit more oil in here, because this is like, you want it a bit runnier. So you can add a little bit more to make it runnier, because you want this to be more like a sauce. And a little bit more red wine vinegar. And that's pretty good.
Can you buy this already pre-made too?
You can, but it's just not the same. But
It's
that's
not
good.
the same, right?
Wine.
It will never be the same, right?
We put
And the nice thing about using the immersion blender is that it's going to emulsify everything. And then you can use the bowl that
Behind
where the thing
Steamworks.
came in and
Make
just
your
put it.
Make your trout right.
This is our chimichurri.
I love this. I love that with steak.
You know, you can marinate steak.
With it already? Okay.
And then serve that
Sorry.
alongside, and it's really quite lovely. Look at that. And here we have savory and sweet empanadas. Beef empanadas with chimichurri sauce and cheese empanadas with guava paste inside, covered in sugar and cinnamon. And when you're done frying them, cover them, roll them in the cinnamon sugar like a churro to get them to stick. Well, let's try some of this stuff.
Yeah, let's eat.
So
So this one is actually the guava one. So
That's
don't
one
eat
we
that
fried,
one.
so.
But here you go, girls. Have some
I'll eat this one,
beef
try it.
pockets.
I'll
here.
try the ding dong one. It's okay.
She loves her ding dongs.
And it's,
Oh,
I think the best
chimichurri
thing
on
to do
there.
is to break them in half and pour some chimichurri sauce on top.
I like pouring stuff on top.
What you do?
I love to dip.
This is so good.
You did.
It's so good with the chimichurri.
Here you go, girls. Oh.
That sauce is fire.
Empanadas with chimichurri sauce, honey. This is fantastic.
And you're right, making your own dough, so much better.
Is it? Yeah.
So much better.
Now you can bake these too if you want, but you know, season 3 is fry harder.
And Puerto Ricans don't do anything unless it's fried, honey. Monica Beverly Hillz, Jade Sotomayor, we want to thank you so much for coming on the show.
Thank you.
We have some fabulous Cooking with Drag
I
Queens.
love presents. I love presents.
This is Cranberry Red and Vanilla Diamond Sparkle, available on our store, feastoffun.com/store. And we also have some fabulous refrigerator magnets. So you can pin up your favorite photos of your drag queens.
Or your favorite recipe.
Or your recipes on
Cooking
the
with the drag
refrigerator.
queens.
And we have all tote bags and aprons and all kinds of recipes on our store and on our Patreon page.
Yeah.
But one more thing we want to do. We want to give you girls a medal of distinction and honor to our
that?
Boriqua chicas.
Yes.
Jade Sotomayor and Monica Beverly Hillz.
Oh my god, this is better than Drag Race. I actually won.
There you
I
go,
won
honey.
something.
Yes.
Got
Did
your
we get a check
hair
too?
looking nice and fishy.
Yeah, a body check.
I'll deal with that. I'll take it.
We're champions, honey.
Awesome. This is so cute.
There is no secret that sisterhood is more powerful than anything.
Amen.
Because at the end of the day, at the end of your life, as you reflect on your amazing journey you've done, it's not the medals you win, but the love that you share with your friends and your sisters and your family, whether it's through birth or through choice, that make your life meaningful and make you rich and treasured.
I love you. I love you so sweet.
I love you, baby. And remember, girls, if you can't cook for yourself, how the hell are you gonna cook for somebody else?
Can I get a bon appetit up in here?
Bon appetit!
Buen provecho.
Buen provecho.
Oh, these are so good, aren't they?
Oh,
so good
honey.
with this chimichurri.
Yes, honey. I'm so gonna tell people I cooked these.
Monica, baby, I love you.
Oh, Jade, I love you.
Oh, you little bitch. So how about we get into drag and cook us some empanadas?
Oh, cute. But let's have a piña colada first.
Oh, yes!